This is NFL Daily by Chat Sports. I am Tom Downey with Mailbag. We answer all of your questions here at Chat Sports, whatever you have on the NFL. First up from CJ DeYoung III. Why aren't the Cowboys spending the money to win 26 years? Because they think the best path to winning is to be smart with your books and not be over-aggressive. They want to always be in a position to contend. Be contenders, be a playoff team or so each year, and then don't go overboard with one season. Not the route I would go, but I think that could be a path that the Cowboys, I know that's the path the Cowboys are, pursuing. Brokaw, what do you think about my Cowboys speed draft? Troy Anderson, Marcus Jones, spend all of your fifth line. And I assume you mean like your day 3 picks, like Anderson and Jones are more day 3 guys. I like Anderson. I would be happy with him in the 3rd round. Marcus Jones, I love. Does not fit the Cowboys' measurables, but I love him. He's an awesome football player. All fifths on the lineman. Can't complain too much there either, my friend. From Elio, do you see another Bama player drafted by Bill Belichick? If so, who? Receiver, maybe? I don't think Jameson Williams gets to you, in all honesty. I love that pick, though. John Mechie in the 2nd, maybe. I doubt they go running back. They don't really need one of those right now. They're kind of going to the defensive line. How about Christian Harris at linebacker? Not their typical mold, but I could see that being a fit for them too. Joe Cool 2.0. What is your opinion on Carson Strong? Where and when should he be drafted? By the way, glad to be back here. Yeah, well, obviously we'll go more in depth on Strong in my quarterback prospect rankings. As a pure passer, pure pocket passer, there's some things like good arm, pretty good accuracy. The medical is a huge red flag, and I don't think he's interviewed that well. I think that's a big reason why you haven't heard round 1 buzz for him. Plus, he's not mobile. So I got a 4th round grade on him. It's about where I think he should go. From Crafty Corner, would you make Lamar Jackson the highest paid QB in the NFL? Oh, that's a good question, isn't it? Now, in general, if you have a top 5, top 10 QB, that guy tends to be the highest paid QB in the NFL. That's just how things typically tend to go. The problem is we're talking about Aaron Rodgers type of money. That's a lot to pay. $50 million? No. The $46 million contract for Deshaun Watson, that might be more in line with what Lamar eventually wants once he decides to talk with the team about an extension. If the Ravens don't do it, as long as Lamar is healthy, somebody would. And that's the red flag there. So what do you guys think? Would you pay Lamar Jackson? Let's say it's the $46 million a year offer that the Browns gave to Deshaun Watson. Would you pay that? Y for yes or N for no? From Doom, fantasy this year, running back or wide receiver first, who's your number 1 pick? I always go running back early if I have a top 3 pick. Probably got to go Jonathan Taylor, right? If not him, probably Derrick Henry. If you're going receiver, do you double dip with Cooper Kupp? Maybe Jamar Chase could call there, Justin Jefferson, but I'm going running back. I'm going Jonathan Taylor round 1 at number 1. From just Jessica Lampert, the Giants. What should the Giants do rest of offseason, including draft? I kind of think they're done spending. I'm adding to my trenches at offensive line and edge rusher. I'm looking for a corner. I'm looking for a safety. And honestly, I might trade down and get some more future draft picks because I might need them next year if Daniel Jones is not my guy. Junior Estrada. Patriots should draft offense lineman like Zion Johnson. So when I do my mock drafts and Jack's with me, I tend to put like a not actual pick in to start to mess with him, and also to have him be aware of, hey, buddy, they could actually do this. And Zion Johnson was my fake pick last time. I would not be surprised after trading away Shaq Mason for some reason if the Patriots go offensive lineman in round 1. Zion Johnson could be that guy. I'm thinking corner, receiver, linebacker, or offensive guards where they're going to spend most of their premium picks early on. NFL Daily is also on Rumble. Exclusive content like our Rumble After Hours segments up there first at rumble.com/NFL Daily. That video platform, by the way, also allows you to play your videos kind of background, audio only, unlike YouTube. If you go away from the app, it doesn't work quite well there. So Rumble is actually super useful from that standpoint. So check it out today. Rumble.com/NFL Daily. From Cameron Christie, so the Falcons should have to get either Kayvon Thibodeaux or Travon Walker. Let's say one of those guys starts to slide. I could see it. I also think there's a non-zero chance that one of those guys is just there for you. At number 8, I think Thibodeaux might be more likely. So if you really want the edge, sure. I'll say this, though, for the Falcons. I don't know if you can afford to give up draft capital. You need all those picks. I would be more inclined to trade down than would be to, say, trade up. Brianna Matthews, what can the Panthers trade back to in order to get a second-round pick? Okay, let me get the trade value chart pulled up here, the updated one. Carolina, you're looking for even to say a mid to late second-round pick. You move down to 13, 12, somewhere in that range gets you that extra second-round pick. It's a little tricky from like the teams that match, so I'm trying to find a particular trade partner here. Falcons is probably too much. Oh, that's not great value overall here. Houston, they don't have the ideal late-round pick, so you move down to 13 and 14. That gets you the right value. Finding the right trade partner, though, is the tricky business. You would have to move way down for a team that matches better. So you sort of see why it's dicey to make that work out in the end. You could get a third pretty easily if you move down a couple spots, though, in round 1. NFL news, rumors, coverage of trade, free agency, and, of course, the NFL draft is available here at Chat Sports. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe right now. Sammy Silver, could Charles Cross fall to the Saints at 16, and then could they take Olave at 19? I think it's in the dream draft for New Orleans. I think Cross should go top 13. Doesn't mean he will. If maybe Penning goes before him and Cross slides. If so, I love his fit in New Orleans at 16. That is a home run pick there. Olave is there at 19. You got a day one starter at left tackle and at receiver. You nailed it from that standpoint. All right, GBK Hawk, trade number 9, a future 4th, to the Ravens for 14 and 45 and a 6. So let me double check the math here. So you're getting 14, and then you're moving up with 9 for 45. Just double checking my math here on the fly. Let's see. That's a little high. You're getting a lot there to move up. I would wonder if what does this one work out with here? I'm just checking my math. You know what works pretty damn well, actually, is just 14 and a second to move to 9. I think you're getting too much back from the Ravens, but hypothetically, if it happens, Linderbaum, Ojabo, McCreary, and Matt Corral. Okay. Those are 4 guys I like. I don't love Corral, but, Ojabo's worthwhile. Linderbaum's a stud. So if you could make that happen, I am all for it, my friend. From Takisi? Not sure how to pronounce that one, so sorry if I got it wrong, my friend. Is Tyrann Mathieu coming to Philadelphia? Maybe. I kind of think he's going to wait until after the draft. Eagles, Saints, Steelers have all been linked to the Honey Badger. With the draft like 2 weeks away, kind of feels like he might just wait and see what the market looks like at that point. Todd Duche. Why is J.C. Tretter unsigned, and who could get him? I don't know. It's a great question. I wonder if him being the NFLPA president is a problem for teams. Not supposed to be, but could be. He's older, too. I thought he played well, though, for the Browns. And I think there are a lot of teams that could use J.C. Tretter, right? The Miami Dolphins. I know Will Scott wants that real bad. The Minnesota Vikings. Garrett Bradbury's been kind of poor. The Denver Broncos. I saw that one linked by PFF. I don't quite get the love, but I'll mention it. The Cowboys, upgrade over Tyler Biadasz. The Ravens, if you don't want Patrick McCarry there at center. The Raiders, I don't trust Andre James. The Giants, that'd be a huge pick for them. Sorry, John Feliciano, you're not that good. And I know Seattle also signed, drawing a blank on Austin Blythe, but I think he's way better. So there should be a lot of teams interested in J.C. Tretter. Typically, when this thing happens, when there's not much buzz on a good football player, that means the NFL knows something more than what we know. From Brianna Matthews, who should the Panthers get if they don't take a QB? Left tackle. So Ika Mekwonu, Evan Neal, Trevor Penning, or Charles Cross. They need a left tackle, so if you don't go QB, I'm going that route. Dallas fan, what should the Cowboys do with their picks? Take the good players, right? I'm looking offensive guard, receiver, edge rusher, tight end, more trench play help, I think is the general path that they're going to go. They want to take BPA, but they've got such a big need at guard and receiver, they might be forced into going that route earlier even if there are better players available. Emilo McKnight, what are the Saints doing? It's a good question. Are they adding draft assets to go get a QB earlier, which I don't love on that standpoint? Or are they trying to build around Winston and take a left tackle and a receiver in round one? I might prefer the latter with this year's class. From Doug Dimmadome, over of the Dimsdale Dimmadome, could Desmond Ridder really go round one? Maybe. I know there's been some buzz around that, but we talked about Ridder as a possible round one pick before, so it's not a huge shock, at least to me. Some teams I think could make some sense. Maybe the Saints want him. Maybe that's why they got the extra first rounder. Maybe. Steelers have been linked heavily to QBs. I think like Wilson pick it more, though. Titans could be your shocker round one QB pick. And then you move on from Tannehill next year. The Lions at 32. Please don't take QB number 2. And Seattle's more of a round 2, but maybe they fall in love with a Ridder. And you trade back and around to get that 5th-year option. Who do you think will draft Desmond? That is the Cincinnati Bearcats QB. I always forget to mention the team position, so I'm sorry about that one there. Who will draft Ridder? Let me know in the comments section.